to Steve.
Welcome back to The Novel Tourist, where we believe life should be as fun as fiction. Today we're diving into the Boxcar Librarian, a Great Depression mystery packed with murder, union politics, and a traveling train library. To truly feel the grit and isolation of that world, the Novel Tourist Book Club headed straight into Pennsylvania's anthracite coal country.
That's awesome.
I know.
The book is set in the rugged mining camps of western Montana during the early 20th century, a period dominated by the Anaconda Copper Mining Company. We stepped off the cart into the book.
This vein is 50 feet thick right here. Okay, it also goes 30 miles to the east and 30 miles to the west. A little east and west of here, it was out to 200 and 300 feet thick. A little west of here, it was down to 6 inches, so it can go from one extreme to the other.
The coal mining world is the direct cousin of the copper and union labor world the book lives in. The Anaconda Copper Kings, the worker exploitation, the isolation of mining communities. The book's emotional DNA maps onto anthracite country almost perfectly. In the book, our characters face a number of dangers, but what I took away the most was the danger of the mine work itself.
Breaking, it would snap and crack and pop. They could see it bowing when the roof took weight. And the miners had a saying, when the timber starts talking, the miner starts walking. The bigger view of how the mine was worked and how it was ventilated.
If you want to take this journey yourself, the Pioneer Tunnel is located in Ashland, Pennsylvania. It's right up Route 61. It's incredibly affordable, with tickets for the mine tour starting at just $25, but that includes the steam train ride that takes you up into the mountains. I put the link to their website in the description.
A day. Now, some facts about the mine. The mine employed 35 men, 10 mules, and a handful of boys. They were required to get 400 ton of coal out every day. 400 ton of coal is a lot of coal. The cars you rode in on are 4-ton mine cars, so they get 100 cars out every day, or they were docked. They didn't get paid that much to begin with. Now, some facts about the mules.
Our guide explained that the mules lived in the mines, meaning that once they went down there, they never came back up. One of the jobs of the mules was to get the carts rolling. There were no brakes on the cars, and so as the carts rolled down the hill, boys, just 10 or 12 years old, were tasked with the job of stopping the carts by taking a piece of wood and shoving it into the wheels.
Go around, hit the bottom of the car, stop the wheel from turning, and slow the trip down. Now I'm going to show you the lighting conditions they worked in, and then I'm going to show you what pure darkness is like. You can touch your hand to your nose and you won't see your hand. Okay, ready?
In the Boxcar Librarian, Alice is a librarian who hatches an idea. Fit out a boxcar as a rolling lending library and bring books to the isolated mining camps along the rail line. But when powerful people try to stop her, because according to them, it's dangerous to let those people experience the power of words, Alice doubles down. Stepping off of a 1927 steam train right into a bootleg operation is the perfect backdrop for the Boxcar Librarian's 1936 timeline. In the book, we meet Millie, an editor for the WPA, the Works Progress Administration, a massive New Deal program designed to get Americans back to work during the Depression. Millie is sent to Montana to oversee a state travel guide, and on her team is Sydney Walker, a photographer tasked with capturing the faces of America. The book mirrors real history. The vintage photos throughout this video are actually photos taken by a real New Deal photographer, such as Jack Delano, to document everyday people, including those who resorted to illegally mining just to feed their families. Let's make a quick stop here at the gift shop, but stick around, because right after this, we are heading out to see the big Mine Run Geyser and an active smoking vent from Centralia. These spots are incredible, surreal examples of the permanent ways nature is still reacting to the scars left behind by the mines. You won't want to miss it. Here's coal. Imagine how dirty the miners got, unfortunately. I think they often had a kitchen or a miner's entrance in their homes that was in the basement so that they could undress before they went into the main house. Before you head out, stop at May's Drive-In. It's been around since 1977, and it may be the only place in town to eat. How cute is this place? We found it to be a great spot to sit and talk about the book. Hi, everybody. It's a simple menu that felt just right for this adventure. This is the Big Run Geyser. I think it's just a PVC pipe in the ground that comes from the water underneath. Just comes up here, and it's not like it shoots up in the air or anything. It's just a geyser. It's actually an artificial artesian well. Back in the 1930s, when the local deep coal mines closed down and the water pumps were turned off, the massive underground tunnels completely flooded. Over time, intense water pressure built up deep beneath the earth. The water had nowhere to go until it found the perfect exit point, an old abandoned 300-foot deep mine ventilation shaft. Now it continuously shoots right out of the ground. Oh wow, look how orange. You can't miss the striking bright orange color staining the entire area. That's because the flooded water inside the old coal passages reacts with air and high levels of iron minerals in the rock. As the iron-rich water hits the surface, the minerals drop out of the solution, painting the landscape in this surreal rusty hue. I'm in one of the active smoking vents here in Centralia, or near Centralia. It's just north of Ashland. Look, can you see the smoke? Right there, yeah. It's steam. That's so cool. What you're seeing is steam and toxic gas escaping from a massive underground coal mine fire that has been burning directly beneath this town since 1962. It turned Centralia into a ghost town and is still burning through the abandoned deep mining tunnels today. There's obviously a much bigger story here. If you want to dive into it, definitely pick up one of the many great history books back at the mine store we just visited. To wrap up this bookish mining history road trip, we are headed to a place you might not expect, Knoebels Amusement Park. Tucked away inside Knoebels is a fantastic coal mine museum that honors the heritage of this entire region. And the best part about Knoebels is that admission to the park is completely free. You just buy tickets for the individual rides you actually want to go on. We are using ours for the Black Diamond.
Here we go. This is the ride that's like Centralia.
headed into Knoebel's Anthracite Mining Museum. This is the perfect time to introduce the book's third main character, Colette. Colette is a fierce, independent miner's daughter, and she becomes the actual Boxcar Librarian the novel is named after. Colette's father is a deep mine worker and a passionate union man who fills their home with literature, teaching her to love books and recite Shakespeare. Seeing the actual massive tools and heavy equipment here in the museum gives you a real appreciation for the brutal, dangerous conditions that miners like Colette's father faced. When tragedy strikes, Colette eventually takes the job as the Boxcar Librarian, traveling to isolated camps to bring books to families who had absolutely nothing. Just like this museum honors the heritage of the real-life miners who built Pennsylvania, the novel is a beautiful tribute to how books brought life and community to people living in darkness. Getting on the road to see where some mining history actually lived and breathed makes reading a book like this so much more unforgettable. Thanks for coming along on this literary adventure with me. Don't forget to like and subscribe and grab a copy of the Boxcar Librarian for your next road trip. I'll see you in the next chapter.